before, this is exactly what we did before. There is nothing different. In fact, there's less information because you don't have all the little details of like, that's linear. And yeah, I took all that stuff out because you learned that already. This is just the can you do it? Okay, can you find the slope? Can you find the rate of change? That type of thing. So if you're looking at this first one, it says, is the rate of change, oh, I didn't change this. Sorry, I copied and pasted. You need to cross this out. Is the rate of change in cost with respect to time? I guess you could just, oh, you know what? Here, if you don't want to cross that whole thing out. The only word that has to change is this one. Distance has to become cost. Okay? Instead of distance. I spelled cost?
No, I spelled it.
Oh, gotcha. So if we're looking at this for a rate of change, do you remember what has to happen for a rate of change to be constant? Rise over run is slope, which is rate of change, will be the same thing. We said it's the change in, do you remember this? Delta, what? Y over delta x. It's the change in your y value over the change in your x value. So we're looking at what is the change in our y value and what is the change in our x value. Is it staying the same? Okay, so how much are we changing by each time in our y value? 25. We go up by 25 every time. Okay, what are we changing by in our x value? By 1 every time. Okay, so if every one of them changes by the same amount, the change in our y is 25. The change in our x is 1. That means it is 25 over 1 for every set of numbers. 25 over 1, 25 over 1, 25 over 1. So when they ask you, is the rate of change constant? What they're saying is it changing by the same amount every single time?
Yes.
And this is. Okay, so we would say, yes, it is constant.
That's all it is?
And then if so, what is the rate of change? So we would say, it's changing by a rate of 25 what? Dollars, right? So it's $25 per what?
1 day.
For 1 day. So $25 per day is the rate of change. Okay? $25 per day. Okay. Look at the second one here. We're going to find the slope of the line. And now here's the deal with slope. You have to find points that fall perfectly on the graph. So I'm going to give you which 2 points I would say fall perfectly on the graph. This one falls at 0. Oh, we're counting by halves here. By 0, 1. Okay. Melion, raise your hand. I'm talking and you're interrupting. So 0, 1 would be one point that falls perfectly on the graph. And then the other point that falls perfectly on the graph would be this one here. Okay, now if I gave you those as points, you could plug it into the slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, okay, and you could find your slope. I'm just giving it to you on a graph right now. Do you remember the 2 words, what over what? Rise over run. That's what we're going to do, okay? We're going to do rise over run. So which point do we start from?
For the one.
Right, you start at the one that's farthest left. So we're going to start here, okay, and then we're going to move to here. So to do that, do we go down first or to the right first? Down first, right? It's always rise, which would be up and down, over, and then you can do the right. So you would go down 2 is a negative 2, and then 1, 2, 3 is a positive 3. So the slope, which oftentimes we will refer to as m, a lot of times they call slope m, okay? Our slope would be negative 2 over 3. Okay, that's just if you counted it on a graph. Down 2 to the right 3. What about this one? Okay, let's say our 2 points are going to be this point down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 0, -4. You don't need to write the points down, but just so you can see where I'm at. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. Okay, we're going to use as our other point. So we have those 2 points. Which of those 2 points are we going to start from?
As in the top.
The 0, -4, right? You always want to start farthest left. Okay, so if we're here, what direction are we going to move first? To the right or up? We're going to move up first. Always the rise first. So 1, 2, 3, 4 gets us even with the point over here. So up 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is over 6. How do you write that? 4 over 6. Rise over run. Okay, but now here's the thing. What is 4 over 6?
Well, you could
It's 2/3. So you always want to reduce it, okay? Because technically, this point fell perfectly too, and I could go up 2 over 3 and get my 2/3 that way. Okay, so if you have something that you can reduce, make sure you do reduce it. All right? You'll get like a half a point off if you don't reduce.
Half a point.
Yeah. Okay, what if you don't have the graph? So here's your slope formula, right? We did this once already, going over the homework. Without drawing it.
Oh.
I won't give you a graph on these ones. Casey.
Is it where you go y1 equals 1 and y2 minus y1?
There you go. You're going to plug it into this formula. Make sure you assign points. So if I call this x1, then what is 6? No, but that's what I was hoping someone would say. A lot of times people do x1, x2, but think about a point. A point is always an x and a y, and an x and a y, right? Make sure you don't go x1, x2, and then y1, y2. You want to keep your 1's together and your 2's together, not your x's and y's together, okay? So if this is x1, then what is 6? Y1. Okay, so your 1's have to stay together. Melian.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm doing ready the formula, though I have a one thing. And -3 is in the last position, right? So it's like, need to write like minus.
-3.
Okay.
Okay, so this will be our x2 and y2. Okay, so we're going to plug it into this formula. So it's going to say what? -2 minus 6, right? y2 minus y1, -2 minus 6 over, this is what Melian was just asking about, 2 minus, okay, because it's always subtraction in the formula, but if we're subtracting a negative, then it's 2 minus a -3. What's minus a negative? Plus a positive. So make that positive. So we get -2 minus 6 is what?
3.
No, -2 minus 6
ocho.
is -8. Okay, 2
Ocho.
plus 3
5.
is 5. Can you reduce -8 over 5?
No.
No, so that's your answer. That would be your slope. Okay? All right, let's do the second one. Actually, you try that one. Try it on your own first, and then we'll do it together. Okay, so here's what it should be, right? If you make this x1, y1, and this x2, y2, when we do y2 minus y1, it's -3 minus 1. When we do x2 minus x1, it's -4 minus 5. What you get is -4 over -9, but that is not your best answer because a negative divided by a negative is positive, okay? But I think what a lot of people are tempted to do here is say it's -4 over 9 because it's like, oh, they're both negative, so I'm going to make my answer negative. Just remember, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. And if you don't remember that, plug it into your calculator. -4 divided by -9, you'll get a positive answer, okay? So just be careful with that. All right, horizontal and vertical lines. A horizontal line looks like this,
Una yema.
right? That's a horizontal line. What is the slope of that line?
Zero.
It's 0, right? A horizontal line always has a slope of 0. Now, if you're not sure, what could you do to figure out what the slope is?
See the horizon is like look like a 0.
Okay, so that, but what if you don't remember that?
I don't know.
There's no rise or run. You can't like look to the farthest left.
You can do rise over run though in terms of the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so what you could do if you forget that the whole thing is 0 is just pick 2 points, right? This point right here is 0, 3. This point right here is 3, 3. If I need to find the slope of this line, I can just plug those points into the slope formula. I can go 3 minus 3 over 3 minus 0. So I get 0 divided by 3, which is 0. Okay, so if you don't remember the rule that horizontal lines always have a slope of 0, just plug in points and find the slope. Okay? What is the slope of a vertical line? So this is a vertical line.
Indefinite.
Undefined, right.
Indefinite. Oh.
Okay, undefined is the slope of a vertical line. And same thing there. I can pick 2 points. So say I pick the point 1, 0, and I pick the point, we'll pick 1, 3. Okay, if I plug those into the slope formula, I get 3 minus 0 over 1 minus 1. What's 3 divided by 0? An error in your calculator, right? If you plug that into your calculator, you're going to get an error every time.
Like,
That means your slope is undefined, okay? Okay, last thing. What kind of slope is this? Positive. What kind of slope is this? 0.
0.
What kind of slope is this?
Negative.
Negative. And what kind of slope is this?
It's undefined.
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 Okay? Any questions on that?
Undefined.
Okay, so some of you have double homework to do.